Hey everybody, welcome back to the Tryhackme Nmap uh, room. We have gotten through some of the other ones. If you haven't done that, check out my other rooms entitled Nmap. Uh, they're somewhere in my playlist. Thank you guys for coming by, and we are going to tackle task 7. So previously, we've been talking about Nmap and the different types of scans and the different types of flags in which you can institute with Nmap to find certain types of, uh, basically different types of outcomes. So we have the TCP scan, the SYN scan, the UDP scan, and others as we've gone over on other videos. Today we're going to jump into task number 7, which is going to be fine tuning the scope and performance. We are going to make sure we don't have to open up an attack box for this. Okay, so this looks like it's just reading through it. So what this is going to be, if you guys just want to jump through to the end, feel free. But this is just a way to refine some of the scripts and to get better information as you come through. So you can specify the ports you want to scan instead of all 1,000 ports or the 65,535. Or you can just sit here and say, I want to scan, I just want to scan port 22, 80, 443 to see what's running on them respectively. We should know what's on port 22, 80, and 443 as we go along because they're typically locked down ports. People are going to use these for that reason. You can log in port range from P1. The port is going to be assigned to P, so TAC P1 to 1023. This will scan all the ports between 1 and 1023 exclusively, while TAC P25 to 25, 20 to 25 will scan between ports. Okay, so it's the same thing. So, right, so if you wanted to scan a range, this is exactly how you do it. Port 1 to 125, 1023, and to scan port 20 to 25. You can request to scan all the ports by using TAC P-TAC, which will scan all the 6,535 ports, which if you want to scan the most top common 100 ports, you add the F flag. Using the top ports, top 10, we'll check the top 10 most common ports, and you can control the scan by doing timing. This is pretty good whenever you're trying to avoid firewalls, because the less noisy or the less reason it has to be flagging a firewall, you don't want to send out any alerts basically. So to slow it down, it doesn't flag as easily, especially when you're using web application firewalls. So you can control the scan timing using the T0 to 5, the T0 being the slowest and the T5 being the fastest. Now, as we said, so it would be T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, respectively. To avoid IDS alerts, you might want to consider a T0 or a T1. This is so this is going to see here and say TAC T0 scans one port at a time and waits 5 minutes between sending another probe. So that's a very, very, very long scan. It would take a long time for a target to finish. If you don't want to specify any timing, Nmap uses the normal T3. That's just the normal. Note that T5 is the most aggressive, and it will. This could affect the accuracy of the scan results due to the increased likelihood of packet loss. Note that T4 is often used during CTFs while learning to scan on a practice machine, whereas T1 is often used during real engagements, and it is considered more stealthy. Alternatively, you can choose to control the packet rate using min, tac min rate and the number, tac max rate number, for example, minimum rate of 10, tac maximum rate of 10, which ensures your scanner will not be sending more than 10 packets per second. Moreover, you can control probing by parallelization using Tryhackme parallelism, number of probes, and the max parallelism number of probes. Nmap probes the targets to discover which hosts are live and which are open. Probing parallelization specifies the number of ports that can be run in parallel, and so, for instance, the minimum amount of parallelism could be 512 pushes. Nmap maintains at least 512 probes in parallel. These 512 probes are related to the host discovery and are open ports. What is the option? 5,000, so it'd be max rate. Ports between. Come up here. P2. So tac, P-tac. 5. 1, 2, 3. That's not right. All right. So tac, P. What are you doing? That's not the correct answer. Okay, that is the correct answer. How can you ensure that the Nmap will run at least 64 probes in parallel? So the minimum. So tac min tac parallelism equals 64, but that's not right. Something's missing in my spelling. Sweet. Okay, what option would you add to make Nmap very, very slow and very paranoid? Well, that would be tac T and 0. And that will do it. Wait. All right, well, that will do it for the basic Nmap scans. Check in with me on the next one where we do more advanced scans and where it actually gets a lot more fun. It goes into a lot less reading and way more practical work. So I will catch you in the next one.